Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. Happy 2020. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Scorpio for January 2020. So this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Stellium in Scorpio. Any Scorpionic energy you feel you have and potentially you are drawn to the title of this video. So first of all, we're going to be linking in with Spirit in relation to what you can expect to see over the coming month of January 2020 for Scorpio. Then we're going to be looking into some tarot cards here to sort of get some themes, get a bit more depth into sort of the, what exactly is going to be happening for you guys. We're going to be using the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine for that. And then we're going to be going to Oracle cards for outcomes. So let me just link in with Spirit here. I'm feeling like my head is absolutely all over the place. It's really interesting. Please make sure you're grounding yourself. Please make sure you're grounding and anchoring yourself, because I feel like I've just been put into a rocket and blasted up to space, if I'm totally honest with you. Someone is not taking account for something tangibly going on here in the physical reality, and for some reason I want to start shouting. It's like my voice is starting to get more and more loud. I feel like I want to project my voice. They're saying, are you angry with the situation or are you angry with yourself? Okay, we need to get grounded here and to look at this situation again, because someone is not seeing this for what it is. It's like they're all in their head here. All right, and again, I feel like I'm shouting. You must take stock of what has been for fear or risk of repetitive cycles. They're saying someone is about to get into a situation or is making a decision that's going to lead them down a path that is going to be a repetitive cycle, and it's not going to end how you expect it. In fact, what it's going to do is bring more of what you don't want. So whatever you do, if you're about to start throwing yourself into something, or propelling yourself forward into a path that you've chosen, please can you hold off, because you're not seeing things properly right now. They're saying rest assured the wait is worth it. Okay, they're saying rest assured the wait will be worth it. Do not don't look. They're saying you're not looking before you leap. They're all for the fall energy within the new year, but they're saying you're not looking where you're going. In fact, they're saying blind stubbornness, and there's a sense of pride and a little bit of egotism going on here. Relatable, we all have it. It's just a matter of something that you went through over the last, I don't know if it's 3 years or 3 months, everyone will be different, they're asking you to look, because whatever this is about is a repetition or a repetitive cycle that if you're not careful, it's like you're going to go backwards as opposed to forward. It's like there's a little test. Look before you leap. And it's interesting because whether or not you're getting external advice, it could be that you're getting 1,000,001 readings. It's almost like you already know the answer, but you're trying to get someone externally to take the pressure off of you connecting to your heart, because it's easier for you to put the blame elsewhere. Whoever's guide this is, I'm going to be really honest with you, they're trying really hard to get through to you, and it's like there's a very rigid thought process that's going on inside your head, and you're not listening. You're not listening to this. And they're saying this is not about picking you apart. This is about stopping something from sort of almost like a steam train. It's about to sort of go off track a little bit here. And they're trying to bring you back down to earth a little bit. Now, obviously, if you're sat here thinking, I don't relate to this energy, it could well be that this is the most strongest message coming through, which is why they want to deliver it. And that maybe the next video or maybe another sort of sign is going to be more relevant for you for the month. But this is for those individuals that are blindly, it's like this, it's very Two of Swords energy where they've got that blindfold on and they're saying, no, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see the potential outcome, because it means I'm going to have to deal with the feelings surrounding that. They're saying if you can deal with the feelings of loss surrounding this as to what led you to this point, you're going to be able to save yourself a lot of time and effort later, because this is not the one. It's like there's another opportunity waiting for you that you don't want to see, because you're scared to acknowledge what that means for the change within you, and you're projecting that externally. Wait, wait, wait. It will be worth the wait. It's like they're showing me this track, this figure of 8 track, where you're on a train track and you're going in a loop, and an infinite loop, and then there's a little offshoot of another track that actually has got, or could yield, they're saying greater benefits, and you can see it. It's like you go, every time you go past this particular point, you can see it, but it's like, no, I don't, that's boring, or there's something about that choice that you think isn't right, but it's more of you, it's kind of you avoiding you, as opposed to it not being the right choice. They're saying, oh goodness me, they're saying, why are you scared of yourself? Why are you scared of your potential? Why are you scared of what this offers? That is what you need to be focused on, because it's going to bring answers, and it's going to actually help you to heal a little bit, in order for you to take the risk with the right things, as opposed to repeating another cycle. They're saying this is for your protection, because you've already learned from the old cycle, and this is just more of the same. They're saying go to the cards. Okay, let's go to the tarot cards here. Let's get a general theme here going. Let's read what the general theme will be for Scorpio for the month of January 2020, and then we'll delve in a little bit more depth with this tarot deck. So Spirit, what can you tell us here in relation to the theme for the overall month of January, please? 2020, what can you tell us about the overall theme for Scorpio for the month of January 2020, please, Spirit? Now, I did do a pre-shuffle as always, and the first card that came out was the Ace of Wands. Okay, so let's just have a look. Oh my goodness, yeah. Now this is interesting. Okay, so the overall theme here is the Seven of Cups. So it's saying time to make a decision, be clear on what you want and take action, a need for detoxification. Now let me just pull one more card for a theme here, but see, this is the thing. It's like, I'm just getting the image of someone that's presenting lots of different alternatives here. It's almost like a salesman that's showing you all these other alternatives, and they're opening up their, you know, their kind of goods and showing you them, and you're moving on to the next sort of area, and then they're showing you that, and you're just continuously going on a loop. They're saying, what are you afraid of here? And I'm hearing again, making a wrong decision. It's almost like you're scared to make the wrong decision, so you're sticking to the known. We've also got the Three of Cups here, okay? And alongside that is the King of Wands, which is the King of Gabriel in this deck. So, is it because you are familiar with the tried and tested, and therefore you're sticking in that situation? And therefore an alternative poses more of questions, which maybe you don't want to look into. Now, if we're going with this overall, these three cards and the overall theme here, if this is not an actual individual, which is a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because this is the King of Wands, the energy here is about making an assertive decision, utilising the Wands energy, which is action, and making, with obviously it being a masculine card, making a dynamic, making a very, because obviously this is very heart-centered energy. This is because the Wands suit, especially the King or Queen of Wands, usually someone that is a bit of an old hand at making decisions, is confident, has got that very kind of, solar plexus energy, that sacral chakra energy, which is in alignment, where the willpower, the confidence is there, the emotional kind of alignment is ready, a lot, as well as the heart alignment, and they're ready to kind of take that move, make that kind of very dynamic, very proactive type of movement that is stable and is valid. It's also a very intuitive sort of energy. With the Three of Cups, again, this is posing choices, but it could also be people around you, community. I'm hearing influences, okay? And this could also be, I mean, theoretically, this could also be, maybe you've been sort of, wetting the baby's head, so to speak, having a few too many drinkies over the holiday period. And that's why they're asking you to sort of, really take stock of what it is you want and look into other alternatives, because again with the Seven of Cups, it's like you've got a lot of options, and you will need to make a decision, a very firm decision that is in alignment within your intuition and your soul purpose, soul growth. Let me just pull a few more cards for the theme here. Can you clarify these cards, please, Spirit? Yeah, this is the Eight of Pentacles here, Eight of Ariel. So this is about a conscious effort, putting the work in. All right, putting the work in. What is the work? Yeah. We've also got the King of Swords. So this is about, again, if it's not an individual that's an air sign, so Libra, Aquarius and or Gemini. This is someone who is not afraid to speak their truth. This is someone making a very clear-cut decision. And I'm hearing that will stand the test of time. So it could well be that they're saying, don't look at the distractions that are coming from elsewhere and outside of yourself. Look at what you're kind of noticing within you and the reactions and the stirrings that you're getting. Because where I feel like maybe you guys have been having a really kind of, you know, partying maybe a couple of sort of month or Christmas period, they're saying back to focus now, because it's like there's an opportunity here that you could maybe not be seeing because there's not an alignment. But let's dig into this. So obviously I'm filming this video on the 6th of January. So let's have a look at the next week here, between now, which is the 6th of January, up until the following week. What can Scorpios expect to see here? Let's break down week by week. What can Scorpios expect to see here from the 6th of January? And obviously this video will be posted tomorrow, which is the 7th. So, week. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me just put a few more. Right. The energy here, we've got the Star. Okay, so this is from the 7th onwards, and the Three of Wands, okay? So you guys are looking out at the moment and sort of trying to contemplate what is the best choice, again, with this similar sort of analogies I sort of mentioned earlier. It's almost like you're trying to understand what's going to bring you back home and what's going to align you back with what you need and your wants are. Now, we've now also got a counterpart, which is the Queen of Wands alongside the Magician. So you guys are manifesting something here. If it's not an actual person, which is the Queen of Wands, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I feel like it's an idea that I'm hearing experimenting with, that you're wanting to come to fruition. Let me just get some more clarification on this. Clarify these cards, please, Spirit. What is this leading up to? Yeah, I feel like there's something about timing here as well. It's like you're, this is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is about independence. This is usually about very high manifestational ability, especially specifically around the Pentacle suit, which is money, energy. This is a very high vibrational kind of manifestation energy. So it's like you guys have kind of come off the starting block here of 2020 and you're like, right, I'm gunning for this area, I'm gunning for there. You know, I've got all my kind of tools, I've got that kind of high vibrational energy, but I don't know if you're specifically... I want to say that you feel, again, it's the same thing as what I said earlier. It feels to me like you've got a target in sight, but I feel like at the last minute, you're going to change your course to something else. There's something about that energy you're shooting for here that doesn't quite feel realised, or... Let me just have a look into this. I feel like whatever you've got your sights set on at the moment may not be the same towards the end of the month. What else can you tell us, please, about this Nine of Pentacles? Look. Yeah. So you've now got the Nine of Cups, okay? So the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, all right? And with the Nine of Pentacles, this is potentially an end of a cycle within an emotional front or an energetic front and or a financial front. So it's like you're about to close off a cycle here, but you're not quite at the 10. Yeah, and then we've got the Six of Swords here. So this is about moving on to calmer waters. This is about kind of starting as you mean to go on. And then the Page of Cups, which is about an offering, all right? I feel like you guys could be placing kind of energy into putting yourself in a position to receive from a certain place. It's like you're trying to line everything up to manifest something. But let's have a look into week 2, because I feel like there's something about this energy here that makes me feel like do me a favor, when you're manifesting, try not to put names, places, things, because I feel like maybe one or two of you are, and I don't know if it's going to turn out the way you expect. Hang on, let me just have a look at week 2. Week 2 for Scorpio, please. So let's have a look at the dates. Okay, so this is going to be from the 14th to the 21st. This is going to be week 2 now, for January, for Scorpio. Let me just see what's coming up for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Week 2 is pretty much confirming something that I was mentioning earlier. So we've got the World card here, which is a closure out of the cycle. So whatever, you've definitely had an awareness that has been brought through from sort of around week 1, which is the 7th to the 14th, in towards week 2, which is the 14th to the 21st. Now we do have Uranus going direct on the 10th of January, and we also have a lunar eclipse also on the 10th, okay? Now with Uranus being that kind of rebellious energy, and obviously with the moon being in an eclipse, it's that kind of feminine energy release, all right? So just watch for anything that, again, it's like an emotional kind of state of mind that is being kind of removed. Any shadows are being removed, and there's an awareness that I feel you're going to be presented with here, because again, we've got the World, so there's something closing out within this energy. But then we've also got the 9 of Wands here, which is a little bit defensive energy, and then we've got the High Priestess, which is, I feel like you're probably going to end up having a realization, as per mentioned before, based on what you'd previously trying to be manifesting, that you feel like maybe isn't going to work, or isn't going to sort of stand the test of time, or maybe you didn't have the full bigger picture. And now you have maybe that kind of understanding. It's like you're now trying to focus on something that is more realistic and or is going to present or give something back. Now, interestingly, we've got the 3 of Cups now in reverse, okay? So it could well be that maybe people that had been influencing a certain situation, maybe they've backed away. It could well be that you had previously been in a third party situation that's now, you know, that's being addressed and that's being kind of confronted and you're being removed from, or maybe the other person is. But what they're saying here is that this is now the Hanged Man. This is perspective, okay? So whatever you're doing, again, it's that first analogy that I mentioned at the beginning from the Spirit. They're saying you may have come to a realization, and you may within this energy feel, well, this is horrible. You know, it could well be that you're feeling that you're not being given to, or there's an unequal energy within this. We've got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, which shows an unequal give and take. We've also got the 2 of Wands that is now in reverse. So it's like a decision was made and there was an imbalance between the energy that was being given and received, okay? But I feel like this is, you might get to that point and think, well, this is horrible. Look, you know, 9 of Wands, that kind of heavy, burdensome energy. The next card up would be the 10 of Wands, which is, again, it's the end of a cycle. It's that burdened energy that you just want to release. It says, stay determined and move forward, okay? So I feel like don't let this stop you, but make sure that you are in a position where you're reviewing why this could be. Why was there a stumbling block at week 2? So from the 7th, beg your pardon, from the 14th to the 21st. Why is there a stumbling block? Let's have a look. What is the stumbling block here, Spirit? What is the stumbling block? What came to light, please, Spirit, at week 2? So from the 14th to the 21st. Right, so we've got the 8 of Pentacles here. Okay, again, this is the second time this has come up. Okay, so it's like I mean, look, obviously this stands for work and putting energy into something, but can you see in this card, there's someone showing someone sort of images from a book. I feel like you're going to get some intuitive downloads here, and it's going to lead you to an understanding of something. Because do you remember what I said at the beginning, where your guides are trying to get through to you? It could well be that their guides are saying, no, 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 you're looking so far out of this situation that you need to pull the energy back in, work on you, because you're expelling energy here that you can't afford to expel. Maybe you've been drained. I'll be honest with you, before I actually filmed, I do tend to sit in the energy whenever I do these videos, and I felt sick. Literally, when I was tapping into Scorpio energy, I just felt sick. I felt like someone had, it was my stomach. It just felt like I was, I don't know, I just didn't feel right. And I don't know whether or not, and then obviously as soon as I started filming, I felt like I've been shot up in the air. It's almost like you guys have probably been expelling so much energy. I think Spirit, I just want you to bring that back to yourself now with this Hanged Man energy, because they're saying you're going to miss something otherwise, and it's really important for your path. And then we've also got the Queen of Swords, okay? So the Queen of Swords is usually someone who is not afraid to speak their truth, who is very able to use discernment and can really put in that kind of boundary around him or herself. Doesn't have to be a feminine. You know, obviously the feminine side is usually a bit of a badass. But this is usually someone that is not afraid to speak their truth. And I feel like because you've gone within week 2 with that Hermit energy, with that Hanged Man energy, which is a pause essentially within this kind of, you know, within the energy, you're kind of taking time out, you're taking stock of things. They're asking you to go within with this kind of 8 of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Let's just clarify. Can you clarify the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, please, Spirit? Can you clarify, please? Any more information in relation to this? Yeah, 9 of Cups. Now this came out in the previous week. Do you remember when I said I feel like you're going to feel that this is something you want, and then something is going to come back in and you're not going to be sure whether or not it is? And again, the first analogy with that train track, you can see something but you're not sure of it. This is going to deliver you what you truly want within this month, and it's really important. And I feel like my gut, and I'm feeling like I've got my heart chakra is going mental right now. Please, can you do me a favor? If you don't usually clear chakras, can you please work on your heart chakra? Because I'll be honest with you, it's really interesting that there's no coincidence in these videos. When I do, before I do a video, it's not just a couple of minutes before. I'm usually getting kind of downloads before I film the videos. And the whole of today has been like my heart chakra has been blocked, and I'm like, it's not usually this bad, because I do a lot of self-development and self-healing work on myself, because obviously I do this kind of work, I have to, self-care, you know. This is a different level. This feels like someone is not acknowledging a past hurt or pain, and it's like you're running on to the next thing without dealing with the past hurt, and then I feel like, I'll be honest with you, it's like everyone's going to be different, but some of you are kind of blaming other people externally from yourself. Sounds like a harsh message, but I'm just keeping it real. Some of you are bringing more people or trying to meet other individuals to make yourself feel better because of a past hurt. And others of you are running from something which is to be healed within yourself. And it's like Spirit are just saying enough. This is, and again, first message I said about how we need to stop with this loop. Now, I apologise if this is triggering some of you, but I want to keep it real here. I'm all for people getting to their wish fulfillment, which is the 9 of Cups. You know, as you can see, this is the genie that's delivering the wish. But you've got to remember, if this is not clear, how can you you've got to be careful with manifestation, because if you're not in alignment, you're going to manifest more of what you don't want. And I'm just going to keep it 100% real with you. If this isn't clear, they're going to just keep bringing in more of the same until you learn that it's actually within you. Okay? Sorry to be real, but what else can you tell us, please, Spirit, here about week 2, 14th to 21st? What else can you tell us, please, Spirit? What is going to be happening here for Scorpio? January 2020, week 2, that's the 14th to 21st. Yeah. We've got 2 of Swords. the card I mentioned right at the beginning. It's that usually in the kind of traditional tarot, we've got the person blindfolded, okay, with that kind of blindfold on, with the swords crossing the heart, okay. So it's a protection mechanism, potentially being scared or worried about being hurt, but not wanting to acknowledge anything because it means there needs to be healing and a realization. That's usually part of the messages that, you know, are brought forward from the Two of Swords. But here we've got, can you see, we've got unicorns here. Now, utilizing the imagery from this card, I feel like half of you are sat thinking, this is never going to happen anyway, so I'm just going to do me. I don't think this will ever materialize. I'm not going to ever be able to manifest this. It's like someone's in this very pessimistic energy because you feel like it's not going to manifest now, so you might as well just give up on it. It's a test. Look, we're only human. We can only do as best we can. That's it. No one's asking you to be superhero type energy. It's not realistic. We've incarnated here for a reason, but they're trying to give you this to close the cycle out. The world, okay, this is about a brand new start, which at the moment is being hindered from wounds that you're carrying. All right, being real here. High Priestess. Don't be surprised if in week 2, like I said, something is presented that is going to cause a bit of a stir up, that you're not going to, it's going to be certainly something about you that you're going to come to realize, but it'll also be something about the environment you're in, and it's going to be Two of Swords, double whammy, okay? There's mirroring going on here. There's a lot of mirroring going on. Let's clarify. What can you tell us about this High Priestess energy, please, Spirit? What can you clarify about High Priestess, please? Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands. So this is usually very fast moving communication and or action. What I mentioned before about the just hold up, hold up. Now I feel like, this might not apply to everyone, but do me a favour and don't apply pressure to people that you're wanting for them to make a decision, because it won't work. All right, this is about something that you're trying to move forward about your future. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands, where it's like you're trying to move things forward very quickly. My heart chakra is absolutely, and it doesn't feel, one sec, I'm just getting some information here. We've got the Page of Swords. This is the Page of Swords. I feel like this fast movement, this awareness, it's like this starts off with stirrings or discussions within the sort of environment community you're in, Page of Swords, or it could be that you're flicking around on social media, something draws your interest, and then it's like spirals from there. If this is to do with love and you're keeping an eye on someone's social media, do me a favour, don't make any quick decisions based on what you're seeing, because I feel like this is what they're alluding to with these cards. Eight of Wands, Three of Wands, it's like something stirs your interest here, all right, and it makes you react. This is a reactionary energy, and I feel like High Priestess, it's like, again, Two of Swords. What aren't you seeing in this situation? What is the real truth here? Okay, is it as you're seeing it, or is there something more to this? Because I'll be honest with you, we've got the Six of Pentacles here. This is usually about give and take. Now, I'll be really honest with you, I kind of feel like what they're doing is they're testing to see if you're in alignment. I feel like they're putting things in your path, this is Spirit, that they know is going to trigger the life out of you to see how you react. And because you'll probably end up reacting to this person or reacting to someone that this involves, it's like this is going to go against your own energy at some point, because all you're doing is going against you, because you're just essentially, you're not looking at what this is actually about. And you're also not honouring your own inner energy, Empress energy, which is the divine feminine. Now, again, if you're male watching this, this will be the divine masculine energy. Okay, we're both light and dark, we're both masculine and feminine. This is all of the queens combined into one. Okay, so Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Air, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, all rolled into one large, a high vibrational manifestation. It's like they're trying to trigger you. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I feel like they're trying to trigger you to see if you've learned something. Okay, whatever you do, don't go in charging like a bull in a china shop. Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio moon. I need to watch this video back. Let's be real. Because they're trying to balance something out with this. Clarify last message, please, Spirit. Clarify last message. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. It says, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, okay? Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. This is almost about, it's an upgrade. It's like they're trying to get you to understand and recognize your own triggers so that when you move forward into this, again, high vibrational Empress energy, that you are above three-dimensional, gossipy, you know, let's just present a certain idea which isn't reality. It's like they're trying to check your alignment here. What can you tell me about what I've just mentioned to... Yeah, look. Queen of Pentacles. So it's like you're honouring your own value and worth. It's like, I feel like they're saying time to recognise your own value and worth. And the triggers that you're seeing externally everywhere is not about what you lack or something that's wrong with you or you can't do this or this is never going to be yours. This is about you acknowledging finally your own worth. Okay, now I'm willing to bet the next two cards are going to be, they're saying don't bet on it because they're going to surprise me if I do that. I'm not going to call Spirit out like that. Magician. This is about you. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? It's like if you've held kind of value over the material, over the spiritual, this is going to be called into question. Everything is going to be called into question in that kind of relationship here. Now, it's interesting because we've got the Magician here with the King of Cups, all right? For me, with these two combinations, now, yeah, okay, it could stand for a male water sign or female, okay, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. For me, I feel like basically what they're saying is, yeah, we're trying to manifest an emotional reaction because you need to let go, for goodness sake. Stop holding on so tight and let go, because as soon as you let go, the light can flood in and you'll get your upgrade, and this reality is going to change because your internal is also changing. All right, stop holding on so tight. Stop trying to be in control of everything, because it's not going to benefit you. Okay, let's go into week. So the 21st up till the end of the month. Let's go from the 21st of January up to the end of the month now. The only reason I'm doing the dates like this is because the day I'm filming, just an FYI. Obviously I know that the weeks aren't laid out like that. So the 21st up until the end of the month of January, Team Spirit. What can you tell me about Scorpios here? Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So the last message, just let go. Please just let go. We've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Traditional tarot deck, the Four of Pentacles, you can see someone being a bit of a miser or a bit too controlling, or they're holding on to their money, they're holding on, there's a control element. This is reverse. This is let it go. What is meant for you will always be for you. If you hold on to it too tight, you're just going to break it, and you're probably going to end up draining yourself in the process. Let it go. All right? Ten of Swords. end of a cycle. You don't need to fight for something that isn't your own. Okay, what you're actually fighting for is for you to justify your own worth within you and wanting to see externally. All you need to do is with the work within you. Ten of Swords, let it go. Hanged Man, your whole perspective will shift towards the end of this month. All right, so if this is a love connection where you've been throwing energy into this left, right and center, and you've been ghosted and whatever, just let it go. Let it go. Surrender to the silence. Surrender to yourself. Just surrender. Let it go. Just hand it upstairs and go, I let it go. I let it go. We cannot, because this is the thing. The more you try and control upstairs and your surroundings, the more they're going to throw this in amongst your whole life. I'm going to just keep it 100% real with you. Coming from someone that is possibly one of the most rebellious human beings, the stubbornest human beings on the planet. They did it in a very, very extreme situation with me to that effect, okay? And I still didn't learn. They're all laughing because they know. I'm telling you now, you're going to make your life so much easier if you trust yourself and trust them. They're going to it will just open up a door that you don't expect, okay? Ace of Cups. So there's a new opportunity. When one door closes, a new one. There's an emotional fulfillment here within the self, but there's also a mirror, don't forget, of something else coming towards you that is for you, that is high vibration enough where, because you've learned your lesson, there's an offering here. Now, don't forget, by this point, we're going to be in Aquarius season, all right? Aquarius is the kind of sign of karmic return. So please, Scorpio, understand that I feel like a lot of this energy that you're fighting is yourself, but it's also like, I want what's mine. You're going to get it, but you just have to, it's like the Six of Pentacles energy. You have to give to get sometimes, and sometimes you have to give the trust upstairs, but sheer like bulldozer type energy, it's not going to help. And now this is coming from a Sun, Aries, Taurus cusp, right? So trust me, trust me on that. And I'm a Scorpio moon, so I'm gonna have to watch this video back because I need to listen to this message as well, 100%. They're saying yes, you do, Jale. So acknowledged. I'm not afraid to acknowledge that. Five of Cups. Don't forget, traditional tarot, Five of Cups is those three cups that spill, and the Two of Cups that they can't yet see, that's behind them that they're not acknowledging. Focus so much on one area that you're not acknowledging another opportunity. You've got an Ace of Cups coming. Something out there is better for you, that's actually meant for you. And again, if this isn't love, it could be something that you're going to know what this is. It's something that you're very rigidly holding on to. Okay, it could be a state of mind, it could be a pattern of behavior, it could be a cycle, it could be a routine that you're stuck in. All right, but just take a moment with that kind of Hanged Man energy and assess this, because it's going to be really important. And then we've got the Ace of Cups. All right, this is about walking away. They're saying for good, because this can sometimes be walking away, taking a break, but they're saying no, don't be fooled, this is for good. Let me just clarify this. Yeah, they're saying yes, because the Sun is in reverse and the Queen of Cups is in reverse here. All right, there's a nourishment that is missing from this situation that you need to give back to yourself with him. And the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like the cups run dry, you're not topping yourself up, and so there's a stagnant situation here that has come to an end, and you must acknowledge it. Yeah. Ten of Wands, okay, so this is about a burden that needs to be released. Ten of Wands. All right, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. And I'm hearing square peg round hole. Some things are meant for you, but you have to allow them to deliver that. If you are rigidly saying, this situation is mine, I'm not giving up, and don't get me wrong, that energy is awesome, like excellent. The fact that you're that determined is brilliant. But make sure that you're keeping an open mind as to whereby your energy should be going. Because if you're so focused on one tiny area 3 meters in front of you, what about the next 5, 10, 15 years? Now, I'm not sitting here saying you must plan for the next 15 years based on, you know, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying sometimes if you're only focused on the immediate now, what about sort of, you know, X amount of time down the line? Is that going to benefit you? Can you sustain that type of energy you're putting into this between now and the next 10 years? If you're saying no, then there's your answer. Okay, outcomes please for Scorpio. Outcomes please for Scorpio for the month of January. I feel like there's definitely some celebratory kind of energy once you've mastered this. This is a test. Wow, that's a lot of cards. They're saying take them. Wow, no wonder. Okay, I'm going to keep it real with you. What I just said about, well, in fact, everything they've just been saying, when I said just look before you leap, right? Notice how this is the outcome spread now of January. You've cleared up. Now, this is on the basis that you've cleared all this up and you've released what needs to be released, okay? And you close that door. You're free to take that leap. You're now free to take that leap of faith because it's the right decision. So what they're saying is that this is not the energy you should be putting your time and efforts into, because you're missing something and you need to just really go within and look at this again and again. What's that orb doing? Once you've done that and cleared, I'm hearing clear the deck, realign, clear the deck, then you can take that jump, right? And what are you jumping into? This is 10 of Pentacles. This is your happily ever after. This is your lifetime of, it's like a legacy. It's like a lifelong commitment, a life partner, a kind of extension of your energy that is it lasts longer than 3 minutes, or it's not a short-term thing. This is a massive long-term kind of point in your map that defines your, it's like a life path that you're essentially now reconnecting with. It's like now you're back on track. Now this is going to be able to come in. What is meant for you, what is actually truly meant for you. 10 of Pentacles, right? Now, what they're saying is the outcome of this month is just to close a cycle, and then you can be ready to take that leap towards your long-term goals, which are going to fulfill you, because this is also about, you know, apart from it being a sort of financial fulfillment, it's an abundant energy. This is a total fulfillment energy, right? They're saying it's not going to be closed up completely around January where you can just slot into some 10 of Pentacles situation. What they're saying is this is the start of a new cycle now, right? We've got the 7 of Pentacles. So this is going to take some time to get to fruition, to build to fruition what this new long-term plan is. But they're saying it's achievable because what's at the end of that? 10 of Cups, the ultimate fulfillment emotionally. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. This is, you've now got 2 10s. So you're taking your leap once you've cleared out, you sorted the wheat from the chaff, and you're now going towards your ultimate fulfillment. That's 2 10s. That's a major cycle you're closing out here. You should be very proud of yourselves. Okay. We've also got the Empress. This is that very high vibrational divine feminine energy, which has, you know, this is someone who's this seasoned professional, both within her own life and that can see through things, that can manifest the things that are for her. Yeah. But we've also got the Magician. Okay. So not only, I mean, essentially you've got a massively abundant energy, but it's like the outcome to this is going to lead you into how to really manifest, not just manifest more lessons, but how to manifest all of the previous cards. So that the Fool, the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups, where it's like you're really getting to where you need to be going. But part of that is to get January closed out, because it's really needed, right? So let's pull some outcomes. Yeah, let's go with the Archangel. oracle cards here. Okay, Spirit, what is the outcome for Scorpio for January, please? Outcome for Scorpio's January. Outcome, please, Scorpio. This is indigo and crystal children. It says you have a bond with children in particular who you can help children who are sensitive. Okay, so it may well be that you are connecting with your own inner child during this month, okay, and you're acknowledging things that maybe are awakening within you that are helping you move forward on this path. Let's see what other messages they have. Yes. Outcome, overcoming difficulties. Okay, it says the worst is now behind you and you're surmounting any previous challenges. Look at that. I mean, look, this is the phoenix that's basically rising. Phoenix, very much that Scorpio energy. I mean, you guys know about rebirth. You've done it. You guys are like seasoned professionals. Yeah. This is no different. You've got to look back on everything you've gone through and go, if I could do that, I can do this. But if it feels uncomfortable for you to release, then we have to acknowledge that this could be a lesson about attachment as well, okay? Final outcome card, please, for Scorpio. Final outcome, Scorpio, please. Final message for Scorpio for the month of January 2020. Yeah. This is all about spiritual understanding. It's to guide you to where you're next meant to be, all right? It says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truth. So this is about a wider picture that is meant to be where you're going, okay, as opposed to sticking to something that you feel is going to help, but actually isn't in the long term for you. Okay, guys, hopefully that's been of some assistance. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. All of your likes, shares and subscriptions, thank you. It means a lot to me. Massively appreciate you. Next video is going to be Sagittarius. Okay, be posted tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, day, wherever you are. Take good care. Bye bye.